In this lesson, we are going to learn about the validator. When a user registers, we need to check some of the values put inside the form. For example, we may need to filter out unwanted characters from the username. For example, we may need to filter out unwanted characters in the username or limit the size of an ID. We can do this with a validator, and we will look at string validator and regexp validator. Now let's begin. Today we are going to learn about the validator property at some length. The validator has to be created most of the time when creating a membership and login page. But there are so many ways to make it. We can use the string-based function supported by Dart or use regexp to distinguish between different cases. To see various validations, we will implement various text form fields this time. For most, we will make 5 input fields, so we will create a total of 5 text editing controllers inside the state class. Name controller, age controller, email controller, password controller, and conform password controller. We also set up a global key that acts as a key to managing the overall form state of the app. After verifying all validations, declare the string type text to indicate the result. Set a basic scaffold structure and adopt form as the main component. Wrap the form with padding, which makes a space of 30 horizontally on both sides. Set the previously declared global key as the key property of the form. This identifies the element, allows access to other keys, and applies to the child widget when applied by the parent widget. Set the column as the child widget in the form and put the text widget in it first. Set the variable text as the value of the text widget. Set the size to 25 so that the text is visible, and add a sized box with a height of 10 to keep it away from the bottom input field. For the first text form field, we will receive a name here and set the decoration property accordingly. Use the name controller as the controller property. The main focus of this lesson is the validator property. Check the input value of the string type through the isEmpty option and display write your name as an error message if it is invalid. Let's try running this code. As you can see, the text check your validation is in the center, and after that there is a text form field which has a hint text of write your name. If we write our name as Flutter and then check this, it will say well done. If we do not put any value inside, then it's going to say write your name because the validator is invalid. Second text form field is a text form field which receives an age input. Set the decoration property appropriately. Use the age controller as the controller property. Let's use the if condition statement as the validator property to hang 2 conditions. If the entered string value is empty, display the message write your age and use num.tryParse function to check validation and display the message write your age as the number if the input is not a number. Let's try running this code with 2 text form fields. As you can see, there are 2 text form fields. First, we are going to write our name as Flutter, and after that, we are going to write our age as 25. And let's check. It says well done. If we put empty value here, then it's going to have an error message with write your age. If we put something else rather than the number, then it's going to say write your age as number because of this if and else statements. The third text form field receives an email. The email controller is assigned to the controller property. This time we will use regexp, a concept that we learned for the first time. This is an abbreviation for regular expression, which is used to find, replace, or extract specific content from a string. Use a regular expression and a hasMatch function to compare the email format with the validator property. Pass if true, and post a wrong email form message if false. The fourth text form field receives a password. The password controller is assigned to the controller property. The password is sensitive information, so for security purposes, add obscure text property to prevent characters from appearing on the screen. Use regexp, which distinguishes between password formats with the validator property. The regular expression used at this time distinguishes between one or more uppercase letters, lowercase letters, and number in the input value. If it is true, the message write at least one upper, lowercase, and digit is displayed, and if it is false, it passes. The last text form field is the space to reconfirm the password. The controller property uses a confirm password controller. In addition, add the obscure text property because the password is entered. Compare whether the input value is not empty and is the same as the value of the password controller's text. Set the size box with a height of 10. Create an elevated button and set the onPress function if the current state of the global key is valid with the if condition statement. Assign the variable text to well done through the setState. Set the child of the button to the text widget and mark check of the button. Now, let's try running it with these 5 text form fields. As you can see, there are 5 text form fields. First, this is our name. And this is our age. And for our email, we are going to write Flutter again. And let's check it. This says wrong email form, so we need to put @gmail.com and our password as 1234, and let's write our confirm password with 12345. Then this is validated, but with this regular expression requires one upper, one lowercase, and a digit. So we are going to try it with a password that validates this. A password that can pass this validation. And I'm going to put the same value with the confirm password. As you can see, all the text form fields are validated and well done is printed. Now try to practice this for yourself in Dartpad or locally and see the different results and outputs. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.